So in this video, I wanted to do a review of the Cross Edge expanding gel pen. That's this pen right here, has this sort of spike shape, and it is a telescopic or expanding pen. So you basically pull it apart and the tip pops out, and then you push it back together, the tip goes in. Like I said, the pen is called the Cross Edge, EDGE. If you've been watching this channel for a very long time or any length of time, I think you'll have realized that I don't spend a lot of time with Cross pens. I don't have a particular problem with the brand. It's just not really like one of my favorites, I guess. That's really all it comes down to. I have a few Cross pens and I just don't really buy their new stuff. I don't spend a lot of time looking at what they produce. And their classic stuff isn't that interesting to me either. But once in a while, their stuff crosses my radar, especially towards the end of the year, because they tend to have a lot of pretty big sales across the Parker Cross family of pens. Anyway, it's called the Cross Edge. Sells for about $25, give or take. You can buy it for a little cheaper, a little bit more, depending on where and when you buy it. Like I said, there are definitely some sales on these. So it's a mid-size expanding pen, so larger than some of the telescopic pens we've looked at in the past, but about average size for a pen overall. Definitely a little thicker in this middle area, and it has this sort of curved shape, but also a very tapered shape towards the bottom, which is a trend we've seen a lot with Retro 51 Tornado and a few others, where you have a wider top area and it tapers very narrow towards the end. I think a lot of people must like that aesthetic. So we have a plastic body here, heavy duty, nice thick, spring-loaded metal clip, which is very cool. Metal front area, all nice and chromed. And then there is this finial or whatever. It is like a little piece of metal. It's a little cap there, maybe a little jewel you would call that. It looks like something you would hold and like break glass with, one of those like glass breaker tools that you keep in a car, to like cut your seatbelt and then smash the glass, but it's not, the pen's not heavy enough to do that. It's a really light pen because the main body is primarily plastic. It does have the metal hardware at the front and the clip, but it's primarily a plastic pen. When you expand it, you'll see there some chrome plated stuff under here. The pen goes to full size, the tip pops out obviously. Okay, so looking at the size of the pen collapsed, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inches. And we expand it out and it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 inches. So you save a little bit of space by having the pen collapse, but it's not that small. For reference, here are two other telescopic pens I've looked at in the channel before. This is the Tombow Pixie something, I forget exactly what the name is. And you could see quite small. And here is my favorite telescopic pen. This is the Fisher Space Pen telescoping pen. And those are both a good deal smaller than the Cross, narrower in addition to being, actually shorter. And then expanded, they are still smaller than the Cross. When you expand the Cross, you have this. So the Cross is more like a full-length pen that what happens is it's a little bit more portable to the expanding, but really what they did is they built the retraction action, or the extension retraction action, into the expansion. Really, right now you have a normal size pen, more or less. So instead of having a top button, they just made it pull apart. That's really what's going on here. It's not really that the expansion retraction is like making a huge deal with the size. From a comfort standpoint, the pen is pretty okay. I tend to hold it higher up because it gets narrower down here. So I'm always holding it back a little bit further than I'd like. And you are actually holding this piece of plastic here. It's basically untextured. Maybe it has a sort of a satin finish, kind of a powder coat type finish. But you are just holding this piece of plastic all the time, which is like not really a very high-end experience. So the pen, I would say it looks pretty cool, but the actual experience when you're using it, it doesn't blow me away. I don't love tapered shapes. I've talked about this many times on the channel. This sort of like, as it gets thicker and it tapers down, that's not my favorite. I like a little bit more width here and more of a consistent width. You know, when it tapers like this, like, do you want to hold it here for a little thicker, here for middle, here thin? I'm always kind of looking for where I'm supposed to be holding it. And then gripping a piece of smooth plastic is not really ideal. I don't find it to be particularly comfortable, but again, it's not terrible. The pen does have a nice clip. It is just a big piece of metal with a really nice spring action. It'll work on its own if you can get your shirt or something under here, or you just push it down there. There is a pretty cool little feature here, and it's kind of how the clip works to keep the pen feeling more solid than it would otherwise be with that expansion action. And what happens is there's a little bit of a ridge right here, and the pen basically, as it goes down, it clicks on its own, right? There's definitely some fixed points here where it goes and stops, like right there. But in addition, the bottom of this clip is popping into that little ridge there and keeping it extra secure, which is nice because the pen has no rattle or anything like that right now. Nothing shaking, nothing loose, which is good. So it does have a sort of pretty solid feel despite being a lot of plastic. One of the nice pen features of this pen is that it does include Cross's gel refill, this kind of full-sized rolling ball gel refill. I mean, it's a gel refill. They call it a rolling ball gel refill or something like that. But basically it uses Cross's full-size refill system. And this is a really versatile system because in addition to using this gel refill, you could also use I have it written down. You could use Cross's gel rolling ball, jumbo ballpoint, or their porous point, which is like their fine liner. So you have 3 nice options within this pen body, which is pretty cool. And I have done a few videos about optimizing or whatever your Cross pen. You can get a standard, I think a Pilot G2 or maybe a Zebra Sarasa type refill in one of these Crosses without a huge amount of problems if you want to play with your refill game a little bit. There's a spring in there, and that is providing some of the action, so don't lose that, but it tends not to fall out. As for that refill, so this is the Cross Edge, and it uses the gel, call it a gel rolling ball, but it's really just their gel refill. The refill is actually fine. I don't have a particular problem with it. It's not as good as a Pentel, Energel, or Zebra Sarasa or any of those, but it's just a perfectly adequate gel refill. It could be smoother, would be my main feedback, and the dry times are not great. Considering how many great gels are sold today, I don't really see a reason to buy Crosses. It's just not the best, especially as a lefty where dry times are really critical for me. Cross is just, it's not a competitive refill, but it's really fine. And for most people, if you're just writing on copy paper or if you're right-handed, it's not going to be a big deal. The nice thing about the Cross refills is they're really easy to find. They're basically sold in every office superstore and most supermarkets, so they're all over the place. And it's a nice dark refill, and it's fine on copy paper. It just, the dry times could be better, and it could be a smoother writing experience. So I think that pretty much wraps it up for the Cross Edge. It's not a pen I would recommend. For $25, there's a lot of better pens out there on the market, but the pen does have kind of interesting aesthetics. It has a unique expansion mechanism, which you tend not to see in a full-size pen. Again, you usually see them in a pen like one of these, which is much smaller. It's more of like a portability pen, where this is a full-size pen with a cool action to it. I will say that because this is slippery and this is slippery, it's not very easy to do this one-handed. Whereas if they had just done a push button on the top it would actually be really easy to do one-handed. With the expansion, you're kind of doing something like this. So from like a toy standpoint, like something you're gonna play with, it's fun and has that fidget element. But from an actual functionality standpoint, it's not a very comfortable pen to expand one-handed. You can do it. It's just a little bit too slippery to do it well. Plus, depending on the size of your hands and how you grip it, you do this thing where if you are doing it one-handed, the side of the writing area could actually touch your palm there, and you end up getting all these little marks over there. And that happens to me all the time with any sort of one-hand operation pen. It happens a lot actually with these guys as you sort of fidget. With this, it's even shorter, so it tends to go into the mid palm area, and you see the same sort of thing. So yeah, that's the Cross Edge. Interesting pen. It seems like a very popular pen across Amazon and some other places. It's just really not my cup of tea, but it's not bad. Just not my favorite, and it's not that cheap at $25. So if you like this review, please leave a comment, leave a thumbs up, whatever, and I will try to check out some more Cross pens in the future. Thanks for watching.